This critical incident briefing was created to provide you with context regarding a use of force incident which occurred during the civil unrest we experienced on May 31st and resulted in the injury of a local reporter. We ask that viewers exercise caution when watching this briefing and other videos associated with this incident. Some of the images shown may be disturbing and strong language may be included. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
On Sunday, May 31st, 2020, the City of Long Beach experienced demonstrations throughout the downtown area. Hundreds of our police officers were deployed to the area in a proactive effort to facilitate the lawful demonstrations anticipated to occur. While most individuals expressed their voices in a peaceful manner, unfortunately there were individuals that exhibited unlawful violent behavior by damaging property and looting from multiple businesses located primarily in the downtown area of the city. The following video shows just one of several looting incidents that took place simultaneously in this area. At approximately 4:20 p.m., officers began observing nearby demonstrators throwing items including glass bottles and water bottles in the direction of officers. A safety concern not only for officers, but also for peaceful demonstrators and the general public. As a result of this continued criminal behavior, officers declared the demonstration in that area to be an unlawful assembly, and the first dispersal order was given at approximately 4:45 p.m.
I am a police officer for the City of Long Beach. I hereby declare this an unlawful assembly in the name of the people of the state of California and command all those assembled in this area to immediately disperse. If you do not do so, you will be arrested. Section 409 of the Penal Code prohibits you from remaining present at an unlawful assembly. Please follow the directions of the nearest officer for a dispersal. You must disperse immediately. Failure to disperse may result in other police action, including the use of force, which may result in significant personal injury. This force may include, but is not limited to, the use of impact weapons, the deployment of electronic control device or chemical agent, or a bite from a police dog.
When dispersal orders are given, they apply to all people within earshot and require everyone to vacate the area with a reasonable amount of time to comply. Despite the dispersal orders repeatedly given, the crowds remained in the area. In an attempt to control the crowds and preserve order, officers utilized less lethal launchers to target specific individuals who continued assaulting officers, looting businesses, and vandalizing city property. A reporter, who was in the area of 3rd Street and Pine Avenue covering the demonstrations during that time, was struck with what evidence showed may have been a ricochet round from a less lethal launcher. He was not the intended target. Shortly after the reporter was struck, he shared his injury on social media as part of his experience covering the demonstrations, which generated a lot of public interest and concern from our community. Once we became aware of this incident, an internal affairs investigation was immediately initiated, and over the course of several weeks, a probable timeline was determined using information shared by the reporter on social media, in addition to collected video evidence, police reports, and interviews. This investigation determined that the use of force occurred in the area of 3rd Street and Pine Avenue between 6:20 and 6:45 p.m., and that only 2 less lethal launchers were deployed, 1 round each, at this location during this time when suspects were throwing objects at officers. So far, investigators have spent over 68 hours reviewing 379 body-worn camera segments and available CCTV surveillance video to identify the incident in question. In response to public concerns and in an effort to be transparent with our community, we are releasing relevant body-worn camera footage from officers who were in the area at the time of the incident in hopes this video evidence will clarify any misconceptions or concerns. Body-worn cameras worn by the LBPD have a 1-minute buffer of video without audio. Upon activation by the officer, the camera goes back 1 minute and starts recording. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly, where an officer may not immediately have time to activate their camera. They are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective from that angle. When these officers utilized their less lethal launcher while wearing a body-worn camera, based on the size and the way the launcher was held, the visibility of their cameras was blocked. This is a photo of the first suspect who was targeted by the officer who fired first due to the criminal behavior observed by the officers.
There's a can.
Hey! Hey!
Watch out!
Recognize him? Recognize him?
This male Hispanic, black shirt.
This is a photo of the second suspect who was targeted by the officer who fired second due to the criminal behavior observed by the officers. This is CCTV footage from cameras in the area of 3rd Street and Pine Avenue when both officers deployed their less lethal baton rounds. As we do with all use of force incidents, this incident will go through a multi-level internal review process. Upon conclusion of the investigation and review process, a final determination will be made as to whether the officer's actions were consistent with our department's policies.
The Long Beach Police Department believes key principles in maintaining public trust are preserving life, protecting our community, and ensuring all uses of force are reasonable, proportionate, and lawful. The use of any force can be traumatic for everyone involved. Each encounter is unique and requires officers to make split-second decisions during tense, uncertain, and rapidly evolving circumstances without the benefit of hindsight. Thank you for watching this critical incident briefing. If you would like more information regarding our policies and procedures, please visit longbeach.gov/police.